Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. We're definitely in the heat of pollination season. A lot of fields are wrapping up. Majority are right in the middle towards the end, and then some of the later planted fields are hitting that timeline. So, great time to be out evaluating fields, looking at that pollination, see what we got here. Obviously, I'm here looking at some of our experimental hybrids. I got a great pollination on this ear. I don't like to get too excited or too depressed because a lot of things can change still. Even though we get every kernel pollinated, even clear to the tip here, we can still see some tip back. And a lot of times we point a finger at maybe moisture, maybe fertility, maybe population. But we need the sunlight. I tweeted something out about that last week of the importance of sunshine. That's the third ingredient, water, nutrients, but we need that chlorophyll production. So we need sunlight here. Hopefully we can clear off a little bit this morning, but that's very critical. So when we get those cloudy days right after we pollinate, that's when we can see some abortion on the tip there. Think back a few years ago, we actually got all the way into August. We had kernels milking up on the tip, and then we went a week cloudy, and we actually lost some of those tip kernels that had already milked. I mean, I've never seen it abort quite that late in the year, but largely due to sunlight. So keep your eye out. We want these hot sunny days. That's okay. We have irrigation here. We can overcome that on most of our fields. So with that, the other thing about the weather last week is absolutely perfect for disease triangle. We have already some infection, we have the susceptible host, and we had the perfect weather. So there's a lot of southern rust starting to pop up across several counties as north as Fullerton, clear to the southeast Nebraska, Kansas-Nebraska border. We saw tar spot progress from that one lesion to 50, 60 lesions on a plant or spots. So be keeping an eye on your fields. I know a lot of fungicide went on last week. Good work on that. This will be a big week, but make sure you're in your fields and then understand which fungicide did you use. I know there's been some pressure to maybe look at going away from some of the premium products with commodity prices, but if you were using one of the single mode of action products, you may only have 14 days, and with some of this infection starting early, there may be some retreatments needed. We'll need to be watching those fields, making sure that doesn't reinfest or blow back up here. Kind of depends on what the weather does here on out. We saw southern rust come in early, stall out for a little bit, and then fire up late on us last year. I'm not saying what's going to happen. I'm just saying keep an eye on stuff, please. Western bean cutworm are still continuing to fly, even though sometimes we think we scout once, we don't see them, we're out of the woods. Those are the sneakiest little suckers I've ever met in my life. They can come in late, really hit a field. So again, scouting fields, this is the week to scout your fields. I was scouting yesterday, going through a lot of my stuff here while I was waiting on a fertigation pass to finish. Just take that time. I know it's going to be warm, but get out in the mornings while you're irrigating, poke your head in your fields, all that good stuff. Soybean wise, keep an eye on them. We're starting to get into some heavier pod fill. Definitely time to start cranking some water up on soybeans if you haven't caught in the rains. Watching insects, again, not as much pressure as we maybe thought we would have. That's a good thing, but every little bit adds up. Just like on corn, what I'm concerned about is we got gray leaf spot out here in these fields. It's the multiplier of all three, southern gray leaf, tar spot. Same way with insects. You may have a few, you may not hit threshold on any one, but watch that cumulative effect of multiple species. Very critical. So this is the time. This is really where we need to be paying attention. If you need any help, we've got our guys out in the field. We'll be looking around, poking into fields all over the area this week. Reach out if you need anything. We're here to help. Everybody stay safe, and we'll talk to you next week.